Hey y'all, Sarah Luhu here, and we are back again with Steins Gate. So, last episode, we returned to our previous save before the Ferris ending and sent the email that essentially sentenced Ferris's dad to death, and returned everything back to the Moe storyline. And so Ferris is now dadless again in the same position she was before, where she's working at the maid cafe and doing business because she's the heir to the company and all that. And then we are still at a bit of a loss, though, because when we went to Yanabayashi's shrine to get the IBN 5100 she donated, it was gone, and it seems like Luca knows something about it, but she's not really willing to spill the beans on it. But either way, we need to, because clearly whatever happened to it is linked to Luca. So we need to reverse her, her change with her email. We need to turn her back into a biological boy. And all that in order to save Mayuri's life. So, that's where we're at right now. We just tried to explain that to her, and she was, not having any of it. She was very upset by it, very offended by it. And, yeah. We are now back at the lab with Kurisu. And we are trying to explain what happened to her. Kurisu listens with an annoyed expression the whole time. When I finish, she glares at me and says, "You raised the flag." What are you talking about? "Don't you get it? You raised the flag. Or I guess you could say you tripped over a flag that was already raised." You mean a death flag? "Why, it's a romance flag, genius." What? A romance flag? Urishiabara-san likes ya. Kurisu thrusts her finger at me. "When her beloved Hoenn Kyoma told her she was a guy, it tore her pure maidenly heart into tiny little pieces. In other words, your plan was a massive failure." She sure is calm when it's my neck on the line. "Love is trouble. There's no formula for calculating people's feelings. Too many unknowns to solve for." She shakes her head like she can't imagine anything worse. Has this girl never been in love? The direct approach was a mistake. It'll be even harder to persuade her now. You should think of another way this time, like asking her mother directly. Though I'm sure the Urushibara family already thinks of you as the man who made their daughter cry, so they might have their guard up. Kako likes me? I don't want to believe it. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but we have done a lot bad to her. When do you think I first set off that romance flag? How should I know? I mean, think about it. Lukaku was a guy last week. If he already liked me at that point, then... Uh-oh. That's just your perspective. From everyone else's perspective, she was always a girl. It makes perfect sense. Think in terms of the current world line. Right, it makes perfect sense. Still. Anyway, there's a bigger problem. Will changing Urushibara-san's gender to male really bring back the IBN 5100? Something is different from the previous world line. According to Lukaku's father, the IBN 5100 was definitely at Yanabayashi's shrine. Suzuha gave it to Ferris's dad after he died. Ferris donated it to Yanabayashi's shrine. That sequence is the same as on the world line where I obtained the IBN 5100. So you're gradually approaching the original world line? I've been thinking, you really shouldn't be able to change the world line so easily. What makes you say that? I mean, there are 6 billion people in the world. It doesn't make sense that switching a single person's gender could cause such a huge change in the world line. According to Suzuha, taking different actions after a time leap will only change divergence by around 0.00001%. If at all. But when I cancelled Ferris's email, there was a 0.05% change. 0.05 is pretty big. What did Amane-san have to say about that? The year 2010 is a major attractor field junction, and the key is whether or not I obtain the IBN 5100. Maybe the divergence meter actually measures your distance to the IBN 5100. In any case, what you're saying is that all of the emails we sent had an influence on the IBN 5100's location somehow. There were also some emails that didn't activate reading Steiner. So just cancel the emails that activated reading Steiner, and the IBN 5100 might come back to you. The remaining emails were sent by Lukaku and Kiryu Moeka. I don't want to see that woman again if I can help it. In any case, I should focus on Lukaku right now. So, what should I do about Lukaku? Just go out with her. Seriously? If there's nobody you like, then there's no reason not to, is there? Get close and help her work through her feelings. Then she'll probably tell you what you need to know. Golly, Grease, that's a little manipulative, but yeah, I mean, that's probably gonna work. Mary dies in 2 days. I don't have time for that touchy-feely stuff. Suddenly, Krisu's expression turns grave. Only consider this as a last resort. If you're willing to hurt Urishibara-san, you can always take the information by force. I don't want to beat up Lukaku, thank you. She'll forget after the world line changes, won't she? In that case, I think it's a valid option. Damn, Kurisu. But only when compared to Mayuri's death. I hate myself for suggesting this, as you should. Shameful. No, you're right. I need to consider every possible option. I would rather not. But I don't want to do that if there's any other choice. I'm not saying this for myself. From my perspective, when the world line changes, everything until that point becomes undone. But what about Lukaku's perspective? What if the world line continues after I leave it behind? The Lukaku of this world line will have to live with what I did to her. That possibility exists. Suzuha said that's not the case, but there's no way to be sure. And since I can't confirm or deny that possibility, I want to use Kurisu's last resort. Besides, I have the time link machine. And as long as I have it, I can repeat the days before Mayuri's death forever. Of course, there's still the danger of a time leap failure. In any case, the first thing I should do is have an honest talk with the girl in question. Yeah, if we can get her to talk with us again. I hear the tweeting of small birds outside the window. It's nice and cool, early in the morning, even though it's the middle of summer. Too bad the cicadas are already chirping. The sunlight's not too strong yet. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. I was up all night thinking about Lukaku.
Okarin, there you are!
Mayuri enters the room and looks at me with a disapproving pout. She didn't say Tutaru. It's rare to see her in such a bad mood. It's about Luke, ain't it? You're early. It's still late. Something happened today?
I'm here to scold you, Okarin.
She gives me a glare that's more cute than frightening. She's never been very good at getting angry.
Mayushi's very disappointed in you.
Maybe she puffs out her cheeks and thrusts a finger at me. What'd I do?
You can fool me, Okarin. You can't fool me, Okarin. You made Luka-chan cry, didn't you?
How did you?
Luka-chan told me. She said you said she was a guy.
Damn. Those two are close friends. I should have known Lukaku would go to Mayuri first.
Why would you say such a mean thing, Okarin?
Mayuri, it doesn't involve you. This is serious confidential matter involving the organization.
It does too involve me. Luka-chan is Mayushi's friend. If you don't tell me, we're not friends anymore, okay? I'm gonna quit being a lab mem.
This is the first time I've ever seen Mayuri so angry. I'm not sure how to deal with this, honestly.
Why did you say such a mean thing?
I did it to save you, but I can't tell you that. I can't say that, yeah. I don't have it in me to tell this innocent girl that she's fated to die in just 2 days. Come to think of it, was it a mistake to tell Lukaku about Mayuri's murder? I did make sure to tell Lukaku not to breathe a word of it.
You're worried about something, aren't you?
Very, very much. She's sharp, even though she never seems to be thinking of anything.
I can tell. I've been watching you longer than anyone, Okarin. And yesterday, you talked with Chris-chan for a long time, didn't you? If something's wrong, you should talk to Mayushi too, okay?
Yeah, she's supposed to be your oldest friend and confidant, buddy. But Mayuri, it's all for you!
I want to help too, okay? Now let's go apologize to Luka-chan. Will you do that for me? Mayushi will come too, so let's... Oh, Okarin?
Come now, Mayuri. Me? Worry? Don't be ridiculous. I am the insane mad scientist, Huo and Kyoma. I have nothing to worry about. All I have is the hunger for chaos!
Okarin...
I can't tell, Mayuri. I can't. Even if Mayuri hates me for it. I got mail. Something important, what?
Okabe-san, I have something important to talk to you about. Please come to the shrine when you can. I'll be waiting, please.
I told her everything yesterday, including about Mayuri's death. Perhaps after sleeping on it, she finally decided to believe my story. Alright, I get up from the sofa.
Where are you going? Mayushi's not done talking.
I'm going to Lukaku's.
Really? You're going to apologize? Then let Mayushi come too.
No, that'll just make it harder. I put my hand on Mayuri's shoulder. Please take care of the lab while I'm gone. Mayuri's shoulders droop. She looks sad for some reason, but she lets me go. When I reach the shrine, I find Lukaku standing alone in the courtyard. She's dressed in regular clothes instead of her Miko garb. She still hasn't noticed me. Lukaku stands still in the silent courtyard. The only movement comes from the trees swaying in the summer breeze. It's like a scene from a movie. I stop and watch in fascination. Finally, Lukaku turns around. Our eyes meet. Ahem. I awkwardly clear my throat and walk towards him, her. Lukaku bows her head.
You came. Thank you.
We stare at each other in silence. Crap, this is awkward. Can't stand the silence, so I try to start the conversation. What did you tell Mayuri?
Sorry, but Mayuri-chan's the only one I could talk to about this. I mean,
how much did you tell her?
I kept most of it a secret, especially the stuff about her dying.
That's a relief. Do you still think I'm joking, or did something make you realize I'm telling the truth? Kako shakes her head. She believes me. You said you had something important to talk about, yeah? I try to be chill, but for some reason I wind up talking like Ferris. You're trying to cheer her up, maybe. I really don't know how to deal with Lukaku now that she's a girl. Lukaku takes a deep breath as if to prepare herself. Her face is turning red for some reason. She opens her mouth to speak, then closes it again. This continues for several cycles. What's wrong with her? Her tension is getting to me. My heart starts pounding like an alarm bell. Yeah?
Want to ask...
Yes?
Okabe-san, about what you said yesterday.
Yeah?
I believe you.
That's great! So she's willing to go back to being a guy even though I hurt her feelings. For her to believe me in spite of that makes me pretty happy. But something's strange about Lukaku. She still looks wound up pretty tight. In fact, it's gotten worse. Now she looks on the verge of tears.
So, well... in exchange for becoming a guy again.
In exchange? She wants something in return? I wasn't expecting this.
For today and tomorrow, we could stop before Mayuri-chan is in danger.
What is she talking about? Do you want to date me for 2 days? Is that what it is? My throat goes dry. I'm so tense and I don't know why.
So, please be my...
I couldn't hear you. One more time? Lukaku's voice was even softer than ever. So soft that I couldn't hear her from here.
Please be my boyfriend.
No good, I still can't hear her. Speak up, I'll do anything I can. Playing... What?
Please be my boyfriend?
What? Boyfriend. Takes me a while to process the word. Meanwhile, Lukaku starts squirming and fidgeting. She refuses to look me in the eye. My heart is pounding. What's going on? What'd she say to me? Boyfriend. 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 She wants me to be her boyfriend until tomorrow. What? Why? Without thinking, I guess the worst possible question. Lukaku curls up even smaller.
I like you.
Her voice is as small as the buzzing of a mosquito, but it has all the courage she can muster. I feel my heart tighten at those words. So, I'm assuming this is why you've put up with my bullshit for so long. Silence. What with the sword practice and all. I'm guessing that extends to the other world line as well. More silence. Well, wait just a second. This is too sudden. I mean, maybe it's not sudden exactly. I've known about Lukaku's feelings since yesterday when Karisu told me about the romance flag. But still, I didn't think it would come to this. My mind goes blank. I can't think straight. Lukaku hangs her head, waiting for my answer. She looks so cute and innocent, I feel myself drawn to. No! No! That's wrong. It's just wrong. I am not attracted to Lukaku. Let me think about it. Give me 5 minutes. I turn and flee like a scared rabbit. Don't be such a little wimp, Oki. Come on, go back there. I'm so embarrassed I can't look back. 10 minutes later, I get back to the lab. Mary's eating a red bean bun.
Okarin, how'd it go? Did you apologize to Luka-chan?
Yeah. So put juicy chicken number 1 in the microwave and nuke it so that the email is basically ABC and...
Huh?
The microwave was developed by knights of the Order who use alchemy, meaning that the sound of the chime is a brainwashing device, while the chime itself actually doesn't have any meaning at all.
Okarin's broken.
I mutter incoherently as I set up the time leap machine.
What are you doing?
Making a tactical retreat.
Retreat?
How far do I go? As far as I can. Yeah, that's it. Far, far away from here. I jump all the way back to August 11th, the time limit of the time leap machine's range. Go on, Okarin, it's not that bad. She's a very cute young lady. When I'm done, Karisu is standing before me, fiddling with the phone wave, named subject to change his wiring. Stop staring, you're distracting me. How many times do I have to tell you? She's still working on the time leap machine's upgrade. I know I shouldn't interrupt her, but there's nobody else I can rely on. Genius neuroscientist, I need to talk to you. Make it short. I want you to come with me to Yanabayashi Shrine. Tell me why. If it's a date or something, then I refuse. Owen Kiyoma does not go on dates, much less with his assistant. Ridiculous! She's glaring like she's gonna kill me. Let's leave the jokes aside for now. So I need you to explain the differences between the male brain and the female brain. What? I briefly explained my situation and what happened with Lukaku before I leaped. How many times have I explained this to Karisu now?
Okabe-san and Makise-san, did you come to pray?
Not exactly.
Ahem. Actually, we have something to talk to you about, Urashibara-san.
This is, the strategy I thought up. Its name is Operation Christina. Oh wait, no, its name is Operation Christina. Sorry, it's not your plan, Carissa, it's mine. Lukaku reacts differently to me. I already know she'll have a breakdown if I tell her she's a guy. But she's not too familiar with Karisu, and they're both girls, so it should be easier if Karisu tells her. That's why I persuaded Karisu to handle it. So I wait behind Karisu and watch silently. What might that be? Lukaku is shy. He was distant with me back when we first met, and I can see she made a small wall between herself and Karisu now too. On the other hand, Karisu is very calm, truly reliable. Karisu puts on a gentle smile and begins her explanation. Did you know, male and female brains are very different? What? Hey! Male brains are right dominant, female brains are left dominant. Yeah? By the way, the right brain handles image processing, spatial processing, and comprehensive judgment. The left brain handles things like language and calculation. The right and left brains are connected by the corpus callosum, which is more developed in females. You know how people say that girls are better at multitasking? That can be explained by the development of the corpus callosum, whatever. What? What the hell is she talking about? Actually, these theories are kind of fringe. They're not really that credible. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to do an experiment. An experiment? I want to try mapping your brain patterns to see if they're more female or male. What is mapping? Lukaku is clearly frightened. Brainwave mapping. We just take a sample of your brainwaves. Anyway, you'll understand if you try it, okay? Okay? It won't hurt a bit. No thanks. You're the real mad scientist here, Karisu. It'll be okay. I promise it won't hurt a bit. Just come to the lab and we'll... What kind of perverted old man are you? I like chop Karisu on the head. What? Don't what me? What did we come here for? What are you going to do if you scare Lukaku away? I'm just treating her like a valuable test subject. Go back to the lab, you experiment-loving girl. You're useless. Yeah, okay. So that's the thanks I get for going out of my way to help you. I'm gone. You're on your own now. Karisu leaves the shrine with squared shoulders, muttering darkly to herself. Honestly, I didn't think she could do worse than me, yet here we are. What was Mikise-san talking about? Well, basically... Do I have to explain myself after all? You're actually a guy. The result is the same, of course. I hear the tweeting of small birds outside the window. It's morning now. It's nice and cool early in the morning, even though it's the middle of summer. Too bad the cicadas are already chirping. Sun's not too strong yet. Cue Mary! This is the second time I've woken up like this, though the date was different the first time. In any case, my mental state is exactly the same as back then. Through the front door, I hear someone stomping up the stairs. I jump up, thinking it's Moika, but then realize who it is. Mary!
Okarin, there you are!
Mary enters and greets me with a disapproving pout. Originally, Mary was supposed to stay over at the lab, but last night she got a call from someone and left in a hurry. She probably went to see Lukaku.
Mayushi's very disappointed in you.
Mary puffs out her cheeks and throws her finger at me. Of course, I sigh in frustration. Before I time-leaped, this happened on the 14th. Today is the 12th. Since I explained the situation to Lukaku early, it looks like Mary's protest came early too.
You made Luka-chan cry, didn't you? Luka-chan told me. She said you said she was a guy. Why would you say such a mean thing, Okarin?
I'm going to see her now, so don't worry.
Really? Thank goodness. If you weren't going to apologize, then Mayushi was never going to talk to you again.
That mail should come any minute now. And there she is. Yeah, I'm on my way. Oh, wrong thing. It actually came. If I go to Yanabayashi's shrine now, Lukaku will confess her love and ask me to be her boyfriend. You can do it for 2 days! But please be my boyfriend? But this time I thought ahead. Christina! Christina! I start yelling at the development room and begin to hear the sounds of someone moving inside.
Is Christian sleeping? She worked all night, so you shouldn't wake her up.
I know, but I have to do this. I need a buffer. Christina, please wake up. Ah, shut up. Kurisu comes out of the development room with sleepy eyes.
Christian, doo-doo.
Last night she fell asleep at the desk. The sleeves of her clothes left a mark on her cheek. Her hair is frayed and her eyes are red. She rubs those red eyes. What is it? I'm going to Yabayashi Shrine. Come with me. It's time for Operation Christina 2. Until
the 15th. We can stop before Mayuri-chan is in danger. So, please be my boy. Please be my boyfriend?
Same as before. Only this time I have to be your boyfriend for 4 days instead of just 2. Guess you could say it's a bold proposal. Fortunately, I came prepared. It's time to set Operation Christina 2 into motion. Wait, did she say all this in front of Kurisu? Last time, things got complicated when I added that experiment-loving girl to the conversation. This time, I had to watch things from the shadows near the staircase. Excuse me, I need a moment. What? I turn my back to Lukaku and call Kurisu. Sup, you filthy normal? Who's a normal? Think about how I feel for once. Did you hear what Lukaku said just now? No, fill me in. You weren't listening? How am I supposed to listen from all the way over here? She confessed until the 15th, then back to manhood. Roger. And why you're asking me? Just grant to Ushimura's wish, or San's wish. But it's Lukaku. What's wrong with her? I mean, look how cute she is. But she's a girl. Her being a guy might just be your imagination. From my perspective, she's always been a girl. Yeah. Just give up. Bye. Oh, wait. She hung up. Damn, why did I even bring her along? What a useless assistant. I stuffed my phone into my pocket and head back to Lukaku.
Were you on the phone with Mikise-san?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh. You looked like you were having fun.
Nonsense. Is this pressure? Is she applying psychological pressure? Just say yes, man. Come on. About to end the episode, so come on, let's do this.
So...
Lukaku fidgets restlessly.
Your answer?
Please be my boyfriend. 4-day trial relationship. Well, those 4 days feel long or short. I mean, sure, Lukaku is cute. Cute as could be. She's very slender and delicate, especially around the waist, and her skin is as white as alabaster. Even when Lukaku was a guy, I occasionally found myself mesmerized by how girlish his demeanor. By his girlish demeanor, whatever. Biologically, the current Lukaku is a girl, so even if we do stuff, there shouldn't be a problem. I don't think you're going to be doing anything except holding hands, mister. Peck on the cheek at most. But still. I'm on a mission to change Lukaku back into a guy. I need to accomplish that mission to save Mayuri. If I go out with the girl Lukaku and fall in love with her, so that's what you're worried about, then will I be able to treat guy Lukaku like I used to? Go out with him too! If I forget he's a guy and lose my self-control, it could result in complications. Oh, what? So you're bi. Get over it. Going out with the current Lukaku isn't the problem. I mean, I still have my reservations, but cuteness is justice, right? The real source of my hesitation is the thought of what happens afterward. The problem isn't Lukaku, but my own heart. Besides, I'm supposed to be saving Mayuri, not going out on dates. But on the other hand, Lukaku's cooperation is essential to save Mayuri. I won't get anywhere if I reject Lukaku and make her cry. For the sake of my goal, I must overcome the problems of my heart. I'll do it! I'll take Lukaku's deal. But if we're going to do this, I tell myself there's one rule that you must follow. You must not fall in love with Lukaku. Fall in love with him! Her, him, both. Fall in love with both! Even if it means trampling on her heart. You must not fall in love. Fall in love and you could end up walking the forbidden path. Walk that path! Lukaku is a guy. Or a girl. It depends on what he or she identifies as. Guy. In this world, she, but... The other world line, you know, he was a guy, but he also made the choice to do, you know, the change to make a girl, so... Could also possibly identify as a girl there. It's not very clear sometimes. And don't you forget it! Just don't forget. Very well. And that is where we'll end the episode for today. So, thoughts and opinions. Well, game's age is showing a little bit here with this problem. Although for some reason, I always thought that Japan was, I don't know what the actual social norms are, but like, anime and stuff was already kind of like throwing out the yaoi yuri stuff for like a long time before it really started getting serious in like American media, wasn't it? I feel like that was the case anyway. So, but again, that doesn't, you know, say anything for, you know, actual cultural norms. I actually don't know what the LGBT culture really is like in Japan at the moment. I know it's pretty bad in, like, Korea and China and stuff, but... Not sure how it goes in, you know, Japan other than, like, fan service stuff. We should look into that. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's being very homophobic here. And stuff, which, you know, it's just a mark of the times, but... You know... Luca is Luca, and Luca is gorgeous. And Luca is sweet and kind and all that stuff. So it's really like a very big non-issue. He's very much making it much more of a thing than it needs to be. I feel like this all could have been over a lot quicker if he was just like, yeah, okay, date for a day and a half. Let's do this. And stuff, and then we'd be done. But at least we get like 3 days now, right? Wait, was it the 14th or the 15th? I think it was the 15th. So yeah, we get like 3 days now. So I'm sure we'll have some cute little moments over that time. But we'll have to see those moments in the future. So until then, like and subscribe if you want to, and thank you for watching.